Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the video for practice number 3 for the week of March 30th through April 3rd. All right, let's jump right in. Number 1, we are given the diagram below, and ABC is parallel to EFG. So let's mark that for ourselves. This guy is parallel to that guy. And then we're also given BF is congruent to EF, so that is congruent to that, which makes a triangle EBF an isosceles triangle. And the angles opposite the congruent sides are also congruent themselves. What else are we given? We are given that CBF is 42.5, which is that guy right there. And now we want to find angle EBF, which happens to be one of our bottom angles of our isosceles triangle. So since angle B and angle E are congruent to each other, I can also say that angle E is X as well. So first thing that I'm going to do is it would be really cool if I knew what angle F was, because then I could just say angle F plus X equals 180 degrees, and then I can just solve for X. Well, I can find out what angle F is, and I already know what it is because this 42.5 right here is an interior angle when A, B, C, and E, F, G are cut by transversal BF right here. So I have another opposite interior angle right here, which happens to be the angle that I want. So this angle right here and the 42.5, they are congruent to each other. So angle F is also 42.5. Now I can set up that equation that I was just talking about. So I can take 42.5 plus x is equal to 180 degrees. So that gives me 2x plus 42.5 is equal to 180 degrees. And then I subtract that 42.5 on both sides, and I get 137.5, so 2x is equal to 137.5, and then divide by 2 on both sides, and we get x is equal to 68.75. And I am done with that one because it's just x. It's not 2x or 2x plus 10, nothing. It's just x. So I'm done. All right, down to number 2. What do we got here? I see 2 lines, and I see a transversal. Line P intersects line M and line L. If the measure of angle 1 is 7x, so I'm just going to label this guy in here, 7x, and 5x plus 30 is the measure of angle 2, 5x plus 30. Lines M and N are parallel when x is equal to what? Well, if it's asking me lines M and N, which are the 2 horizontal lines, are parallel to each other, that would mean that these 2 guys would be opposite interior angles, so therefore they would be congruent to each other. So all we got to do is just set those 2 equations equal to each other and find x. So we got 7x is equal to 5x plus 30. So I'm going to subtract the 5 on both sides, so I get 2x over here is equal to 30. Divide by 2 on both sides, and I get x is equal to 15. And there you go. X would be 15 if lines N and M were parallel to each other. All right, one more. So we have the measure of angles in a triangle are in the ratio of 2, 3, and 4. And I want to find the largest angle, which is going to be that 4 right there. So that 4 is telling me that this angle right here is 4 times as large as x. The 3 is same thing. That's 3 times as large as x and 2 times as large as x for the first one. And so now you just perform triangle sum theorem, add them up, set them equal to 180, and solve for x. So let's go to town on this one. So I have 2x plus 3x plus 4x. There's my ratios, 2, 3, and 4, and set those things equal to 180, and that's 479x on the left is equal to 180 divided by 9 on both sides, and you get x is equal to 20. Now I'm not done yet because I need to find the largest angle, which is represented by that 4, which is now represented by this 4x right here. So all I gotta do is just plug in 20 for x times 4, and I get an angle of 80. So 4 times 20 equals 80 degrees, and I am finished. All right, we made it through. So I hope this helped. As always, be safe and be well, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.